All right, what are we doing? We're installing a nitrous kit. That's right. We're going to be installing another nitrous kit on this car because he wants to be faster just like the other guys. Okay, so it is another simple install, which is the X series system from Nitrous Outlet. And let me show you what we're going to be doing. So here we have all the parts, the heater for the bottle, the few connectors, solenoids, and then he wants a pressure gauge, and then we got all the wiring for it. Some of the wiring I'm gonna make, and then this is a perch kit. Finally, someone that buys me the perch kit with it, and then a 10-pound bottle. But this is the car, and this is I already started taking it apart. As you can see, that's how we're gonna get the power from that battery. We're gonna install the tank right about right there, and then run our wires all the way to the front of the car and mount the switches somewhere. I don't know, but we'll get through that and we'll see how this is going to turn out. Just the system, the perch is going to come out through that windshield, and hopefully we don't run into any problems. But this is such a nice car. I don't like black cars, but this one looks mean at night. You know, he brought it last night and it just looks pretty mean. Anyways, let me get started with the installation, and then I'll walk you guys through of whatever I'm doing, and if I run into any issues, then I'll let you guys know. But as of now, let me go ahead and start on this one, and I'll see you guys in a bit. Okay, so this is what I've accomplished so far. I had to install these little brackets right here, and then the relays for the solenoids, which is the perch. This will be the perch, the NOS, and the fuel. And then I also connected it to the fuel line already. I ran the line over here. It's already protected because it was binding against that thread. Everything's still loose. I hooked that up already to the air intake hose. I just got to do the wiring. I already started the wiring, which is, this is the power, and then the ground, and there's another ground for the relays over here. So these two are together. I work on the pedal. This is how I connected the sensor on the pedal, so it was a lot easier to remove the pedal than doing it in the car. And as you can see right here, once he pushes the pedal all the way down, it's gonna activate the switch. Okay, it's all the way down. And this is how I mounted it to the pedal. I'm gonna bend this little tap inside towards the inside of the bracket, so it won't be sticking out like that. But that's exactly how I mounted it. Okay, so if you guys are doing the same kit, then you can copy this one. That's how I ran my line for the NOS all the way through the firewall, and it's gonna go all the way. Hey dog, there's Toby right there. That's my helper. It's gonna go all the way to the back, all the way through the kick panel right here and to the bottle. Okay, and then the bottle that's already mounted, we're working on the heater wiring. That's where we're gonna be mounting the relay. The good thing is the battery is right here on this one, so it's pretty easy to get ground. I'm gonna put it right there. And then power obviously right here with the fuse in between. But that's how it's looking. It's going slow, but it's going pretty like simple. It's like way easier than the Mustangs, but it's just a different car, so I have to think because this is a X series nitro system, so it's like a universal system, so you got to make every single thing, you got to make it work. All right, so the next thing that we did, we're working on the bottle heater blanket, and this is a switch for it. We already tried it and it's working. So the way I hooked it up, you know, this is ground. This one goes to the ground right here. You know, you can get it from there or anywhere in the body. But since there's a hole in there, and the screw, there was a previous ground in there, I'll just hook it up to there. This one comes from the fuse box and the front, and this one, the middle one, goes to the accessory, which is any wire or any terminal on the switch. And let me show you where I'm gonna be tapping the 12 source wire. So it'll be this one right here. Okay, that is, I believe it's F38. Yeah, F38. So F38, if you look at the manual, will be manual headlamp leveling. So we're gonna be using that one. And I already ordered this. These fuses, I had a hard time. I have a lot of those fuse taps, but they're not the same. I did order another ones for the micro, but they're not the same. So the ones you need to get for this one is the micro 2 adapters, or micro 2 fuse tap, and then also the fuses, because it takes a 30 amp now. So we're gonna be switching this one to 30 amp. And then, you know, wrap this wire, and then I went all the way through the firewall. So now we should have, we already tried it. We have a power and heat on the back already. And then after that, we're gonna be working on the solenoids for the perch, and then the fuel and the nitrous. More. Keep going. Okay. Good. First, we're gonna try the perch system. So we should be able to see the nitrous coming out from the middle of the hood. Is the bottle open? Yeah. All right, here we go. So I mounted the switches hidden from the public, because that's what the guy wanted them. So here we go. Ooh, look at all that ice. That thing is super cool, man. All right, so now we're gonna arm the system. That's the nitrous, and I'm not gonna turn on the heater. And by pushing it, we should be able to see nitrous coming up from the hose. Right now it's disconnected. I'll go to the front and show you. I should be able to throw fuel at the same time. So right now it's activated. This is the switches. That's the perch right here. And then that's the pedal switch on the bottom right there. So when he goes full throttle, that's gonna activate the switch and the solenoids. Okay, let's go to the front. This is how I run all my wires right here through the firewall, and it's going all the way with the line. And then the solenoids right here. This is where I mounted the solenoids. This will be the perch, nitros, and the fuel solenoid. And then that's how I plug it into the fuel system, which is already an E85, so I have to tune it into that. Now we should be able to see fuel coming out from here and nitrous coming out from there. So go ahead and arm the system, and then press on the pedal all the way down. All right. Do it again. Hold on. Let me get a better angle. Go ahead. All right. So it looks like the system is working. Purge it. Cool. Looks like everything's working. Now this one, it was staying open for some reason, but I did a couple of tries with nitrous, and it looks like it stopped leaking. So I hope it's still not leaking. I guess still got to check for leaks and all that. But let me show you what we did on the back. We ran all the wires through here and also the line, because I don't like it from the bottom, to be honest. This is the wire that I always have problems with because it's always short. As you can see, it won't reach to the bottom. It's gonna need about 2 more feet. But this is where we mounted the bottom. We're also waiting for the 6 a.m. fitting so we can tee the switch for the heater blanket and the pressure gauge. So we're waiting on those two things. And this is how I ran all my wires, my grounds right there. This is for the pod. This one I didn't do. This is for the starlights on the headliner. And as you can see, there's my relay for the heater blanket. And that's about it. And then, like I said, he wanted it hidden, but the only thing I couldn't hide was this gauge right here, which is not reading any pressure because it's not connected, because we're waiting for the 6 a.m. fitting. But other than that, we're done with the system. We know it's working, and that's where the perch is going to come out from, right there. So go ahead and try it again, David. All right. Activate the nitrous. First switch to the left. Okay. Step on the pedal. All right. So it's working, and we're happy. Now we can get paid, right, David? All right, so I'm gonna put all the panels back on. You can turn it off. I'm gonna put all the panels back on and then call the customer so he can bring me that extension so I can extend the wires for him and then finish the install. Other than the fitting, because the fitting will get here, I believe Thursday, but we can always install that through here. We don't have to remove the seats and none of that. All right, so let me put everything back and we'll see you in a bit. Maybe tomorrow, because it's Sunday. We're tired. We want to go out somewhere. So possibly tomorrow. I got to put the jets over here, and that should do it for this portion right here. My son is putting everything back together. I got to reinstall that. Got the new extension for the sensor. The only thing will be pending will be the 6 a.m. fitting to connect it to the bottle, because he brought the wrong one twice. And that's it. We tested all the system 3 times, and everything works like it should. So go ahead and harden the system and hit the pedal all the way down. Ooh, that's a lot of pressure. Okay, let's do the fuel now. Go ahead. Cool. So it is working like it should, and my fuel jet and the nitro is already installed. It's at 52 on the NOS side, and then on the fuel side I have a 26, so it's 100 shot of nitrous. All right, so we have started the vehicle, and as you can see, there's no leaks right there. So we are okay to go. That was my main concern, fuel leaks on that, because that's right there on the coil side and right there underneath on top of the exhaust. Cool, let me show you guys the car. This thing is loud, man. So right now, we're not showing any pressure. And the reason is because we don't have the gauge connected to the tank. Remember, we're still missing the fitting, the 6 a.m. fitting for the tank. But we have light, we have power and everything. And we have perch. Check it out. Oh, beans. Check everything works. The heater, the perch, it's got a perch on demand, just in case he wants to play around, you know, without even activating it. You can still perch if the bottle is open. So it's what it's called, perch on demand. You know, he can activate it whenever he wants. And when I do my truck's nitrous, I want to do it like that, perch on demand and nitrous on demand. So that's gonna be my preference. I'm gonna hook it up differently. But anyways, that will conclude this video, and I'm gonna call the guy to come pick it up. And when he gets to fit in, he can come back, or he can install it himself. And that is it for this one, guys. So I know this is a 6-volt install. This is the car. I like those wheels, those racing wheels. They're pretty nice. I got the bead locks and stuff like that. And that's it. So I'll see you guys on the next one.